Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 things that you need to know about the minds of rich people and the minds of poor people. You know, people who are rich tend to think in a particular way. Now, but people who are poor and has remained poor all through their life tend to think in a particular way. Okay. Now, the first thing that you need to know about rich people is that rich people always see problems as profits, but poor people will always see problems as disturbances and headaches. Now, rich people always think when they find themselves in a particular problem, what they will be thinking is that how can this problem benefit them? They're already seeing it as a profit. They are thinking from that perspective. You think that's not that people don't do that? People always do that. Okay. In every atrocity, in every problem that is going on in this life, someone is always thinking about how to create a solution to that problem so that it can benefit them, so that they can profit from it. That's how the rich think. But the poor people will always still see those problems as headaches. That's the first mindset of rich people versus the poor people. Now, the second mindset of rich people versus the poor people is that the rich will always build systems, while the poor will always follow instructions. I understand the school system all over the world was developed during the industrial revolution. Okay. And this school system, the aim of developing this school system is such that people will be trained to take instructions. People will be trained to obey. Obedience is the key word in the school system. You have been trained to follow a particular pattern. You were trained since when you were 5 up until when you were 18 or 20 or 25 to do the same things repeatedly, wear the same uniform, wear the same shoes, wear the same clothes, iron it in a particular way, get your books, sit down in a classroom, arrange your seats, arrange them in rows and columns. You have been conditioned to think in a particular way. Okay, you have been conditioned to follow instructions. But then the rich do not particularly follow instructions. They build their own systems that works for them. So the system that works for Mr. A cannot work for Mr. B. That's why most of the billionaires in this world, they did not finish school because school did not accept them. School cannot deal with their mindset. That's why they left, built the system that works for them, and today the ones that went to school are working for them. Now that this is exactly what is going on in the minds of the rich people. Now the third thing of how the rich think versus the poor is that the rich will take risks and adapt as they move on, but the poor will always play it safe and wait. Now, poor people are the ones that, even if they find themselves in a creative environment and something seems to be working at the moment, they will want to remain like that. Example of such people are To Go, the platform To Go, which was very popular in Nigeria maybe 10, 15 years ago. Very popular, very popular social media platform. But then it disappeared from the scene, and no one is talking about it today. Now, but the rich, they do something. They take risks and they adapt. The rich reminds me something the no Mr. Uncle Mark did was that he said something and he said the app he has developed is not finished yet. It will never be finished yet because as new things comes into his minds, as new things develop in life, he will incorporate them into his app. He will incorporate them into his business. And that's exactly what he did. And that's exactly what he's doing up until this day. That's why this app has remained relevant up until this moment. Right? So that's what the rich do. They take risks and they adapt. They follow things as they go. But the poor will always play it safe and then they wait. Waiting for who? Waiting for what? I don't know exactly. Don't be like them. Don't have that kind of mindset. Okay. Now, the fourth mindset the rich people have against the poor is that the rich people always invest on assets. Rich people always invest on assets, but the poor people will always spend on liabilities. Two people have $1,000, right? The poor mindset person will go and use his own to buy car. But a rich mindset person will invest themselves. They will invest maybe into real estate or buy stocks or buy shares or buy something that is going to make them more money. That's what they're going to invest in. But a poor mindset is going to spend on liabilities. They want the pleasures of now. That's a poor mindset. They want to drive a big car now. They want to lodge in the biggest hotel now. They want to wear all the luxurious jewelries and watches and handbags and clothes and all the designer wears. They want to wear them now, and they spend that money on all those frivolous things that will not yield any money for them. But the rich mindset will always invest in assets. Now, the fifth thing you must know about the rich mindset and the poor mindset is that the rich mindset always finds a way to create opportunities for themselves. But the poor mindset will always wait for opportunities. You're waiting for opportunities of who? Who's going to give you that opportunity? You have to go out and create opportunities for yourself. Okay? So that is what a poor mindset does. They wait for opportunities to come to them. But the rich will always go out there, use what they learned, use who they are, use every value that they have to create opportunities for themselves. I hope you have learned a thing or two in this video. Like, comment, share, and follow me for more interesting and exciting videos like this. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.